Hello dear viewers, welcome to Inside Agriculture with me Emmanuel Mwemba and my co-presenter AGRIBUSINESS Musonda. We are still in Central Province where we are exploring stories that have continued shaping the agriculture sector, and today on the program we'll be talking about capacity building among young people in agribusiness. Panuka AgriBiz Hub has continued training young people in agribusiness to ensure that they are fed with right information to boost their farming practices here in Zambia. Joining me is AGRIBUSINESS Musonda. AGRIBUSINESS, welcome to Inside Agriculture.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. How are you?
I'm very fine, and how are you?
Very happy to be at Panuka AgriBusiness Hub.
Great, in Central Province.
Exactly.
Yeah, just as we continue exploring the stories that are shaping the agriculture sector, can you update the viewers? What do we have today on the program?
We have ZABS as well as we have PACRA explaining the compliance standards, quality, and the importance of registering a business before even a business owner can go and approach the banks as well as investors, or even approaching the retailers. Dear viewers, now we'll be featuring one of the representatives from ZABS. Emmanuel, over to you now.
Hello dear viewers, we now speak to Mr. Charles Matongo, who is a senior auditor at Zambia Bureau of Standards. Mr. Matongo, welcome to Inside Agriculture.
Thank you so much and for the opportunity to discuss.
Great. You are participating also in the 3-day workshop actually being organized by Panuka AgriBiz Hub. Can you briefly tell us how important is this training being undertaken?
Okay, so the training seeks to empower the youth and the female youth also who would grow up to be women entrepreneurs, to be able to set up structures that can allow them to scale their businesses. So there's a lot of components of the training regarding value addition, regarding formalizing the business, and also financial management. But thankfully, we've also had an opportunity to be slotted in for market access, and from our perspective, we're trying to see how we can help these young entrepreneurs who are just budding out to be able to set up quality structures within their institutions.
For a smallholder farmers watching this interview and they are questioning themselves, what benefits do I get from standard compliance? What are the benefits of them complying to the standards?
Thank you so much. That's a very cardinal question, and the first thing that we like to give anybody that wants to deal with ZABS is that standards are a way to go. Where we have a lot of companies that use standards, and because of the use of the standards, they are able to transact more with other companies that use their output. So, this is a circular economy where what you produce is an input to somebody else. So if you don't use standards, then we are unable to have those value chain integration where my product is being used to produce another product by somebody else. So the standard compliance helps the SMEs or the young agripreneurs to be very competitive, and when they are competitive, then they can fit into that space and find their part. The other part is the market access. We know even if you bring it down to the domestic market, there are requirements that are required by, or that are must be met for you to deal with the elite markets, for example, these chain stores, the mines, these big buyers. They want some form of assurance that what they are getting is first of all fit for purpose, but more importantly is safe for the onward production. So market access is one of them. When you comply with standards, you're able to access both domestic and foreign markets, because usually those are used as basis for what we call the non-tariff measures to ensure that safe products reach the consumer. So each country has a sovereign right to protect its its citizens, and that's why they set these requirements for you to place the product on the market.
Great. Even as we come to the end of this interaction, what could be your last words to the viewers who are watching us right now?
ZABS is your partner in quality assurance. It's one of the core institutions of the national quality infrastructure. This is a set of institutions that are mandated to ensure that quality products or food of acceptable standards, in the case of the agripreneurs, are able to reach the consumers, because each government wants to protect the public.
Great. Mr. Matongo, thank you so much for according us an opportunity to speak to you.
Thank you so much.
Viewers, that was Mr. Charles Matongo, Senior Auditor at Zambia Bureau of Standards, walking us through the importance of getting a certification before you even sell the products on the market, and the value and also the benefits that we get from doing so. Right now, let's cross to Claribel Musonda as she speaks to a representative from PACRA. Remember, we are talking about capacity building of young people in agribusiness.
Thank you, Emmanuel. And we have a representative from PACRA by the name of Innocent Kanyanta, a senior registration officer. Welcome to the program, Mr. Kanyanta.
Thank you so much, Claribel. It's a pleasure being here with you.
Okay, kindly walk us through the process of registering a business as a farmer or anyone trying to register a business.
Okay, thank you so much for that important question. So basically, Claribel, there are processes for registering a businesses at PACRA as simple and easy to do. We have two types of registrations that one can conduct at PACRA. We have what we call a registration of business names, as well as a registration of limited companies. So when we talk of registration of business names, these are registrations that can be done in three types. We have registration of individual business name, or registration of partnership, or registration of cooperation. So when we talk of registration of individuals, this is where a sole trader, a farmer, a business-minded person comes to PACRA and says, I want to register a business name as a sole trader. Okay? And this process is easy to conduct, because all you just need is to come up with three possible names that you want to call your business. Once those names are given to the PACRA, then you now they will undergo a search in the system, and if the search proves that the names are not available, the name will be granted to that applicant. And after the process of registering that name search, we'll now go to the next stage, which is the registration aspect of it. Then when the registration aspect is concluded, a client or an applicant, a farmer or an agro dealer will then receive a certificate of registration. So that is basically the steps that are involved with the registration of business names.
Thank you so much. But what are the benefits of registering a business as a young farmer?
Okay, thank you so much, Claribel. So there are so many benefits that comes with a business that is registered with PACRA. One, there is a legal status that is now recognized for a person that has registered. You now have a legal standing. You are recognized by the laws of Zambia. Secondly, you have access to finance. Imagine when you don't have a business that is not registered in Zambia. You cannot walk to a bank or a financial institution to go and seek for financial assistance. However, when you have a business that is registered with PACRA, you are eligible to walk to a financial institution, seek for financial assistance, or go to CEC, get that financial assistance that is being offered by CEC. You are now able to also conduct business with any other institutions that you may think of, banks, government institutions, and also they talked about CDF. CDF now, there are so many people that have got businesses that are able to conduct businesses with the local authorities. So those are some of the benefits that comes with a business that is registered with PACRA.
Okay, what about the risks of not registering a business as a business owner or as a young farmer?
Okay, so if a business is not registered, imagine I conduct a business for 10 years under a name that is not legally recognized. when a person who has a name that is similar to my name or the same name that I'm operating on discovers that there is a name in Chivombo which is operating under a similar name that he who has registered is operating in, that person can sue me for a business that is not registered. And not only that, the benefits that I talked about of access to finance, you tend to lose out, because many are the times where we have the youths are complaining that there are no jobs or their businesses are not flourishing in the community. It's because some of these businesses are just operating from home without being registered.
Okay, thank you so much. Any closing remarks for the farmers or other viewers who are watching this program?
So our closing remarks this afternoon with the community in Chivombo, and particularly the Panuka Agri business youths, is that please do not hesitate to have your businesses registered with PACRA. There are so many benefits that comes with registering a business with PACRA. You will not operate in Zambia without a legally registered businesses. These processes are very easy to do with. All that you need to do is visit the PACRA website at www.pacra.org.zm. The steps are easy to follow. There are tutorials that are shared on our PACRA pages, that is on our website and also our Facebook, which guide you on how to conduct the registrations with the PACRA. If you have a challenge with the following through the online site setups, you are also at liberty to visit a PACRA office and you will be given those guidelines on how to go about. All the 10 provincial centers in Zambia have got presence of PACRA offices. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Innocent Kanyanta, for making an appearance on our program.
Thank you so much for this invitation. Thank you, viewers.
That was Innocent Kanyanta, the Senior Registration Officer from PACRA, highlighting insights on how you can register your company as a young farmer or just as a business owner. Joining me now is Frida Kilungi, all the way from Northwestern Province, as a participant here at Panuka AgriBiz Hub training. Welcome to the program, Frida.
Thank you, madam.
Tell us about yourself.
Actually, my name is Frida Klungi from Northwestern Province. My business is I do gardening. There is repu, Chinese tomato, and cabbage.
Oh,
yes.
Great. So today, during our trainings, what did you learn when ZABS had presentation in terms of quality and standards?
I learned more. They encouraged me how to maintain my vegetables, how to handle it, and how to put it so that it looks neat.
Oh, great.
Yes.
We also had PACRA. Is your business registered, or what did they talk about registration? What did you learn?
Actually, they say that you should, as farmers, we shouldn't not be able to unregister. We should be registering as a farmer. As for me, I'm a farmer, so I should register my business. Yes.
What happens if the risks of not registering your business as a young farmer?
My business wouldn't go very high, but it will be just low. And people, they wouldn't know my business because I haven't registered right.
Okay, we also had a presentation from the bank. That was Stanbic Bank. They talked about registration, opening of accounts and so forth. So what did you learn from opening of bank accounts instead of putting money in the mobile account?
When I put money in my house, maybe they'll store it, or thief, they'll come to get it. I will just leave it alone without money to start up my business. So I should open an account where I should put my money to save my money.
Thank you so much. Over to you, Emmanuel.
Dear viewers, we now speak to Mr. Robinson Nyerenda, who is Project Manager for Youth Employment and Entrepreneurship. Mr. Nyerenda, welcome to Inside Agriculture.
Thank you very much.
Great. Actually, in partnership with the AgriBiz Hub, you are conducting a 3-day workshop. Can you just walk us the rationale behind this training?
Oh, thank you very much, sir. As you may be aware, that SNV is implementing a project called Youth Employment and Entrepreneurship, which is basically a 4-year program supported by 3 funding partners, and these are CEDA, Irish Aid, and also SDC. This program basically targets to reach about 20,100 young people in Zambia, and so far we are working with about 2,000 young entrepreneurs, and these are basically emerging or new enterprises.
Okay.
And today we are here at Panuka, partnering with Panuka to basically train about 33 new entrepreneurs, and these basically are going to be trained in various aspects of agribusiness. And so when we speak about selection of these young people, how they were selected, number one, we are looking at young people who have already existing businesses. Yeah, at least they have tested the businesses, have started, they're doing something. At least they have worked around their ideas in terms of implementing that business. Number two, we are looking at the potential for scale. We have basically assessed whether this business is able to grow in a foreseeable future. Yes, what's the potential? So these businesses are in different categories. Some are in small livestock, some are in horticulture, some are basically in legume crops, and also some are in renewable energy. The last category or criteria we are looking at was basically looking at the potential to employ. Are these businesses able to employ other young people? So that is another criteria we were looking at. And so we believe that partnerships like these ones with Panuka will be able to enhance these businesses in terms of improving their performances as we proceed.
Great.
Thank you.
Actually, what you are doing complements government efforts in promoting agriculture across the country. What message do you have for other non-governmental organizations concerning actively participating in promoting the implementation of farmer-centered programs across the country?
Well, I think for us, our project focuses on youths, and my word to many other partners is that we need to coordinate, number one, because through coordination we can be able to then leverage on different sources that we have, and that can create impact when it comes to youth employment. Number two, the need for basically addressing the youth employment gap is quite big, and so there's need for support to support these young people. There are a few challenges that young people face that may help to address the issue of youth employment. My list is not exhaustive, but one, I know that we need to look at skills gap. Or skills mismatch. That was number one gap. Number two, we need to address the issue of access to finance. Number three, the issue of information. Sometimes the young people don't just have the right information to access some of the opportunities that are there. So by and large, I think through our coordination as a project, but also as SNV, together with other partners, we've set up a community of practice, and we are inviting many organizations to this community of practice to be part of it, so that we can be able to work together to forge the issue of youth employment in this country forward. Thank you.
Great. Even as we come to the end of this interaction, what could be your closing remarks?
I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Panuka, basically giving an opportunity to the young people to learn from this farm, and basically also to collaborate with them. But by and large, also to extend my sincere gratitude to the funding partners that have been supporting this program since inception. And we look forward to many more support, basically, to help the young people basically find some opportunities within different spaces for their employment or entrepreneurship. Thank you.
Great. All right, dear viewers, as we wind up the exploration of stories that are making headlines in the world of agriculture, as you may be aware, we are in Central Province, where we are attending the training that Panuka Agribus Hub is conducting to equip young farmers with knowledge on how they can excel in their agribusiness. Standing besides me is Mr. Bruno Mwemba, the Chief Executive Officer for Panuka Agribus Hub. Mr. Mwemba, once again, welcome to Inside Agriculture.
Pleasure's mine.
Great. We have witnessed and we have seen the activities that you are undertaking actually to help farmers, young people excel in their farming practices. Maybe to begin with, can you just walk us through the overall experience of this training that you undertook here in Central Province?
Well, the young agripreneurs, I think when we did the baseline, study to kickstart this, bootcamp, which also has an incubation, component, has quite a lot of indicators that, point to one, obviously, very low levels of, corporatization. 83% of them are not formally, registered. They don't have, business accounts, in the name of the business. They don't have even, business plans, business models, and, all that. One of the things that we actually indicated is that there's quite a lot of very good, opportunities that could be unlocked if they begin to basically corporatize. And, the premise upon which we work is that knowledge and data gaps are actually growth inhibitors for most of the agricultural, SMEs. And as such, what this, bootcamp has, helped us, one is to bring out quite a lot of, very juicy knowledge around how to operate as a business. As earlier indicated, we operate under what is called the Panuka TTL framework, which is teach the farmer and then provide some digital tech-enabled tools that they can actually use, especially on, data tracking. And then we provide very good, linkages. And as such, you actually saw that this morning we had, quite an array of different, partners. We had the likes of Stanbic, who are partners, coming through to talk about the importance of financial literacy, the importance of basically being corporatized, the importance of data for most of these young people to actually be able to access, financial service, provision from formal financial service providers. Because if they don't do that, then they fall prey to, Shylocks, and quite a lot of, Ponzi schemes and all that, because they are unable to access formal financial services, given that they're not corporatized enough to access those formal financial services. We also had the Zambia Bureau of Standards also showcasing, what, some form of certification would actually unlock towards, market, access. And then we had obviously quite a very insightful presentation by PACRA, showing different typologies of, how to register a business, from business names to limited companies, and basically the quick turnaround that, PACRA offers, 24 hours to register a business, but also provided very good insights on what is a good business name and the process therein. So basically, I think it's been a 360, kind of bootcamp that provides both knowledge, but also we showcased quite a number of our data tracking tools, especially what we're calling the Farm Diary. Yeah. That's a Panuka, tech-enabled platform that can actually enable most of these agripreneurs to solve their challenges around data tracking, especially those that also do what we call telephone farming. You can have some of your guys at the farm reporting, and then wherever you are, you actually get very good insights about what's going on around your farm. So yeah, that's basically been what's been going on over the last 3 days.
Great. Actually, 33 young people did participate in this training, coming from 3 provinces: Eastern, Central, and Northwestern province, with all much efforts invested in organizing this workshop. What are your expectations to these agripreneurs as they go back to their farms to continue with their farming practices?
Well, most of these are actually involved in quite a plethora of agricultural activities, from primary production to value addition. Others are in kind of renewable energy. We have an ongoing partnership with SNV, where these young agripreneurs are expected to graduate in the next 3 months. So we still have additional coaching that will still be had beyond this physical boot camp.
Okay.
So the expectation is that there are actions that we are actually putting together, and one of which is basically they need to be formalized, and initiation of any form of formalization is that you've got to be formally registered, and I think we've kickstarted that process. That's the more reason why we had, PACRA. I think we have a very good roadmap on how to get that done, and once that is done, we need to get their documentation, data tracking, in place, and we also need to look at growing our teams, because right now, access to finance, especially for most of the young agripreneurs, most of those that have money say we actually invest in teams. So it's very important that they begin to look at how are they shaping up beyond themselves as the agripreneurs, and begin to look at developing bankable teams that those that have the money can actually put resources into such a process. So I think one of the things that we pride ourselves is the quality of our incubation. The fact that we afford these young agripreneurs obviously time to be in some air-conditioned boardroom where we discuss some technical stuff, but then we also bring them to a site such as this one for them to actually see agribusiness in session. We show them what farm planning looks like, renewable energy at its core. We operate our both farms completely off-grid, and we showcase quite a number of different things, from agroforestry, renewable energy, farm planning in real time, so that we kind of balance our incubation efforts.
As we come to the end of this interaction, what could be your closing words to the viewers who are watching us right now?
Invest in knowledge so that you don't waste time in managing a charitable entity that you think is a business, and you probably could actually be doing that for 10 years, and then you realize you've actually been managing a charity, that you thought was actually a business. So invest in knowledge.
Great. Mr. Mwemba, thank you so much for according us an opportunity to speak to you at this particular time.
Pleasure is ours. Thank you so much.
Great, great. There you have it, dear viewers. The message is clear: promoting sustainable agriculture for food security and better tomorrow, as well as building capacity among young people in agribusiness is a shared responsibility between government and non-governmental organization. Actually, from me, Emmanuel Mwemba, and my co-presenter, AGRIBUSINESS Musonda, not forgetting Mr. Wanga, who is on the camera, ensuring that we give you those clear pictures, and the entire Zanis production team. This is where we say goodbye and continue enjoying the rest of our programming.